Hello my beautiful weebs, and welcome back to another video. Today Otaku Sensei will be recommending the top 10 fantasy anime with an overpowered protagonist. If you're new here and happen to enjoy this sort of content, then please don't forget to subscribe as well as turn on the notification bell. And for the people who are already subbed and like the video before it actually starts, know that we appreciate you. And it would be great if you guys follow Otaku Sensei on Twitter, since he posts small recommendation things and update stuff there. Anyway, let's start the video. We kickstart this list with Roka, Braves of the Six Flowers. 6 people, known as the Braves of the Six Flowers, are chosen by the goddess of fate to defeat the demon god. However, when they gather, there are 7 heroes present, leading them to believe that one is an imposter and on the side of the demon god. The landscape, architecture, and written language scene is very similar to Mesoamerican Maya or Aztec peoples. So, in short, this is an Among Us version of anime. In 9th place, we have Ultramarine Magma. The story starts like this. A new era of exploration begins with the sudden appearance of a new continent known as Magma. Magma's vast trove of never-before-seen natural resources spurs on the exploration of its vast landscape. However, the unknown is not always docile. In order to sustain the expeditions, people known as anglers specialize in dealing with Magma's dangerous wildlife. One such angler is the highly skilled and experienced 𝐴ᴄᴏ, who performs search and rescue operations for clients with the help of his assistant Zero. In 8th place, we have Broken Blade. In the continent of Cruzon, an impending war between the kingdom of Krishna and the nation of Athens is brimming. The people of this land are able to use quartz for whatever purpose they desire. Yet one person, 𝐒ᴇᴜ, is not. He is an unsorcerer, a person unable to use quartz. But this characteristic will enable him to pilot an ancient golem, one strong enough to put up a fight against the invading army of Athens. In 7th place, we have Monster Strike. Rin Homura, a middle school student who moves back to his hometown with his mother and sister, but he apparently cannot remember much of his life there. After having to get his cell phone repaired, he finds that the repairman installed Monster Strike onto it, and he later is attacked by a man who forces him into a real-life game of Monster Strike, summoning a monster from within the game to attack Rin. Rin manages to summon a monster of his own, the diminutive dragon Uragaan, and with the help from his classmate Aoi Mizusawa, as well as an alter ego awoken by his own missing memories, Rin defeats the man's monster, seemingly freeing him from the control of an evil entity. This brings Rin into the world of the town's Monster Strike Stadium Leagues, where people play Monster Strike in what appears to be real life but are advanced holograms, as well as Aoi's desires to reunite her friends Akira Kagetsuki and Minami Wakaba into becoming a team of Monster Strike players. However, Akira will not play on a team because Rin is nothing like their former 4th member, Haruma, and the airheaded Minami has become possessed by the same evil presence that forced the other people to attack Rin and Aoi. In 6th place, we have the Fruit of Evolution. One day, a man claiming to be a god suddenly hacks a certain school's intercoms, ordering all of its students to team up and prepare to be transported to another world. There, they will be given special skills in hopes that they become the world's strongest heroes and defeat the Demon King that ravages the land. The initial transfer is a success. However, Seiichi Hiragi, who suffers from his classmates' constant bullying due to his somewhat undesirable appearance, is left behind as no one is willing to be his teammate. Nevertheless, the self-proclaimed god decides to send Seiichi to the parallel world and lets him join his peers. Unfortunately, this fateful ordeal causes Seiichi to arrive at a location deep in the forest, far not only from his classmates, but from human civilization as well. Desperately searching for a way to change his predicament, Seiichi's miserable days only seem to continue to worsen. Yet, when all hope seems lost, Seiichi discovers a strange fruit known as the Fruit of Evolution, which may be his first step towards a significantly better future. In 5th place, we have Saihate no Paladin. Born into a new world after a life of stagnancy, Will awakens to the faces of a skeleton, a ghost, and a mummy. Living in the ruins of a city long fallen, the 3 will raise Will as their own. The skeleton Blood teaches him to fight, the ghost Gus teaches him magic, and the mummy Mary teaches him religion and responsibility. Most importantly, they all teach him love. As Will grows up and learns about the world he was born into, he prepares for the day when he must finally set out on his own. For Will, this journey includes a lifelong promise. At their coming of age, every adult is required to swear an oath to the god of their choice, with the strength of the pledge affecting the degree of their sworn god's blessing. With his departure approaching, Will must prepare to accept the truth of his undead guardians and embark into a world that even they don't know the state of. Will discovers, however, that every oath must be fulfilled, one way or another. Two souls, living very different lives, wander alone and isolated in their respective worlds. For 9-year-old Ren, the last person who treated him with any form of kindness has been killed, and he is shunned by what is left of his family. With no parents, no real family, and no place to go, Ren escapes into the confusing streets and alleyways of Shibuya. Through the twists and turns of the alleys, Ren stumbles into the intimidating Kumatetsu, who leads him to the beast realm of Shibuten. For Kumatetsu, the boy represents a chance for him to become a candidate to replace the lord of the realm once he retires. While nearly unmatched in combat, Kumatetsu's chilly persona leaves him with no disciples to teach and no way to prove he is worthy of becoming the lord's successor. While the two share different goals, they agree to help each other in order to reach them. Kumatetsu searches for recognition. Rin, known as Kyuta, searches for the home he never had. As the years pass by, it starts to become apparent that the two are helping each other out in more ways than they had originally thought. Perhaps there has always been less of a difference between them, a boy and a beast, than either of them had ever realized. In third place, we have a Chinese anime called Mo Dao Zushi, and I will probably say a lot of their names wrong. Despite his merits during the Sunshot campaign to bring down the tyrannical Wen clan, Wei Wuxian was feared by the world for the unorthodox path he created for himself. 13 years after he was killed, he is summoned into the body of a person called Mo Shangyu, who was rejected by his clan and despised by his family, therefore sacrificing his own body to Wei so he could avenge him. He'll soon meet a cultivator from his past, Long Wangji. Together, they will try to discover the identity of the person to whom belongs the dismembered left arm that they found at the Mo house. What they don't know is that this mystery would lead them to unravel what lies behind the tragic events that caused the deaths of many people and of Wei Wuxian himself. In second place, we have You Know, a girl who chants love at the bound of this world. Takuya Arima is a young student whose father, a historian who has conducted various researches, disappeared recently. During a summer vacation, Takuya receives a peculiar package from his missing father, along with a letter containing information about the existence of various parallel worlds. At first, Takuya doesn't take it seriously, but soon he realizes that he possesses a device that allows him to travel to alternate dimensions. Is his father alive after all? If so, where is he? And we finish this list with Ascendance of a Bookworm. The story follows Yurino Motosu, a book-loving post-secondary college student and soon-to-be librarian who ends up crushed to death beneath a pile of books at her house during an earthquake. With her dying breath, she wishes to be reincarnated in a world where she can read books forever. Yurino awakens in the body of a weak 5-year-old girl named Mine, in a world where books are scarce and only available to elites. Mine, retaining her memories from her previous life, decides to create and print her own books so that she can read again. This video ends here, and I want to especially say thank you to all those people who support us through Patreon and channel membership. Also, make sure to follow Sensei on social media for update-related things. I hope you enjoyed this list as well as got introduced to new shows, and if you did, then leave a like, share with your buddies, and like always, subscribe and turn on notifications. Until next time, try to keep the comment section wholesome.
All on me.